साथियों, आज हम लोग आए हैं हिंदी में। सभी को बहुत बहुत बधाई। 25 साल है मानवाधिकार का निगरानी समिति के, मानवाधिकार पीपल्स विजिलेंस कमेटी ऑन ह्यूमन राइट्स के। परंतु साथ ही साथ साथियों, आज जो है एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण दिन है। वो महत्वपूर्ण दिन है कि पूरी दुनिया में जो यातना के पीड़ित हैं उनके लिए भी दिवस मनाया जाता है। I am coming English actually, but because I'm from India, so I will talk in Hindi first and small versions to 25th year foundation year of the PVCHR, and also a lot of the research. Have been very challenging time on the UN Day in support of project. Friends, friends, it is a very difficult time, and it is also very painful time, and the activists of the PVCHR also face false implications, and opportunists are creating COVID-19 time as a time of opportunity for them to create money, funds, name, and but it is very bad time for the marginalized people, vulnerable people. COVID-19 virus are creating problems for the humanity. Many lives we lost in all over the world, and but we need to fight back, and we need to save our humanity, which is very, very important. And for that reason, yes, we need to be work more. Here I am going to discuss about our story, which is also very painful, very challenging, and we observe many things. Just I received from the Shruti, a very veteran human rights activist, Chitran Singh, was no more. It's very bad news. He established the whole discourse of civil liberties and human rights when I was a kid. I learned a lot of things from him, and this is a very very challenging time, very painful time. Who love the humanity and who go for the real humanity in this world. PVCHR also founded because we learned from the Bachpan Bachao Andolans and the childhood movement and the modern liberation front Bachpan, because myself involved into that with the close contact with Swami Agnivesh, and through the Swami Agnivesh, I made my contacts with Nobel Peace Laureate nowadays, like Mr. Kailash. And I work for his organizations, and I joined after completion of my bachelor in Ayurveda, modern medicine and surgery. And that time, it is also very important to understand. We rescued a lot of bonded child labor from the carpet industry, and fantastic job of Bachpan Bachao Andolan. But we did not find a single child from our caste. So then we started to understand whole dynamics of human dignity and the human right, which is the crushed by the caste system and culture. And in this way, we learn from our system, which is cognitive, and which is feudal, and which is also patriarchal and based on the caste system. And then we decided to establish another organization, this committee on human rights. This is membership-based organization, not registered organization. After the resignations in the May 1999, Shruti and son Vivek Das and Gyanandipati came together and they established a public charitable trust for PVCHR called Vigilance. And the PVCHR mostly work with the support of the common masses, common people, and common funds, and simply at that time we went to the slums and different villages, and we brought the issues of police torture, and because we are working to rescue bonded child labor through child labor through Bachpan Bachao Andolan, but the Bachpan Bachao Andolan is not in the issues of torture and also issues of adult bonded labor. So we established this committee on human rights, and Shruti Nagmansi, myself, Dr. Mahen Pratap, a famous historian, and Saurabh Mastro are the and Gyanandipati is a poet who received the Sahit Academy Award for his book, the book of the poem, and he's a very famous poet. They established that, and then many people joined initially, 200 people as a member, and it was a tough time because managing both Bachpan Bachao Andolan and PVCHR, mostly PVCHR, and because I'm paid in Bachpan Bachao Andolan, so I work in the Bachpan Bachao Andolan, and so mostly works and office works and mostly field works by industry. And but we organized very few fantastic things like the inauguration of the PVCHR office in 1997, when the Justice Venkatachalaya and Justice Palmat came in Varanasi, and they inaugurated this office where we have our registered office. It is my parents' home. We also established another office which is land is donated by Shruti's mothers, and this is owned by PVCHR Janmatnya. So it is a great way to establish that. And most important thing, if you look at when we started to work with on the grassroots level, there is a culture of phobia, culture of silence, culture of impunity, and that time extrajudicial killing is so high, and also the killing by mafia is so high, and this way, we also documented the extrajudicial killing, and we informed to Amnesty International's UN system that time, and also informed to the National Human Rights Commission. And National Human Rights Commission already established a fantastic guideline. So we put the pressure on the National Human Rights Commissions to create their implement this guideline, and there is a lot of contradiction for the implementations. There is a lot of attack on us. We are also intimidated, attacks by police officials, and media publish against us stories, and a lot of false cases we face. But the most important thing, due to this process and the whole support of National Human Rights Commission and our continuous support, there is a dramatically decrease of the extrajudicial. When the Yogi government came, again they started, especially in the western part of UP, and also that time very less attack and very less very less very less very less this killing in the Varanasi region and within the Varanasi, because the whole presence of the PVCHR intensively in this area. And also the PVCHR work on the hunger. We developed testimonial therapy, which is used in the different part of the Asia, and we also create the evidence-based advocacy also, and from the local to the global, we create our alliances. We become also member of Forum Asia. We also become the member of International Rehabilitation Council of Torture Victim, and we joined the Global India, which is one of the fantastic initiatives by 6 universities of Europe and 6 universities of India. FICCI and PVCHR, ORF is a part of that, and in this process, it is a training initiatives to support 15 PhD scholars who is going to complete the PhDs on the different issues related to India, and this Global India is going to become a hub for the European hub for the economics to political. And also the PVCHR and become the 2 years the member of NGO School Committee of National Human Rights Commission, and we have our International Advisory Board. And on the International Advisory Board, we are privileged to find very luminaries like Justice Raghunath Mishra, former Chief Justice of India and first chair of the National Human Rights Commission, Justice V.S. Manimatji, who is the first member of the National Human Rights Commission and also the ex-chair of the Law Commission of the Karnataka, and Justice Kumaran, who is the judge of the High Court of Kerala, and nowadays also practicing in the Delhi as a legal fraternity, and Ravi Roy, who was the Speaker of the Lok Sabha, and Justice Venkatashali, I inaugurated our office, and Justice J.M. Yakub is our patron. When he joined as a patron, he visited PVCHR for 2 months, and also that time he was member of Constitutional Court of South Africa, and he is one of the founding member of the African National Congress, and as well as it is very important, he is a pioneer human rights judge, and he gave fantastic judgment on the housing rights and social and economic rights. He is extraordinary speakers and a wonderful human being. And the PVCHR also work with members like CAI, still 20 years, partnerships with the CAI, and they develop and they change a lot of institutional reform. So they are part of our journey, and they supported us fantastically to us, and that is extraordinary. And Tata Trust, they also supported not only the PVCHR and entrepreneurs for their education initiative, as well as they supported the social business, and we have the another Janavali private companies to supporting 108 youths in the rural area, 10 districts, and we cover 10,000 villages and support 10 shops in 10,000 villages, which is very extraordinary, and it is a way to give the real livelihoods to the common people in the villages in this area. And also Dignity supported us for 6 years, Before the Dignity is the Danish Institute Against Torture. Before that is the Rehabilitation Council on Torture Victims, and also we supported by IRCT, International Rehabilitation Council on Torture Victims. Also we supported by the Swiss Development Corporation. They collaborated with for the PVCHR process, and also we support process in 2003, and we also collaborated with Caritas, and we supported Caritas also to help them to develop the theatre groups. Also, we work with Ashok. I became the Ashoka Fellow in 2001, so Ashoka supported us a lot, and nowadays we are trying to be part of Catalyst 2030, which is working on the realization of SDC up on the grassroots level in 2030. So, and also we received the support from Norway and INSEC for the FK Fellowship, which is fantastic. Also, we received the support from Parul Sharma. She created a 200 Swedish donor, and she supported us for scholarship, and recently kitchen projects in the COVID-19, our kitchen garden initiatives, and the emergency supports for the to tackle the real-time supports to the malnourished children of the grade 3 and grade 4, and also we have this. She supported to create the pump water facilities in Bhagwanala, and also the water facilities for the irrigations and the waters in Anei village. Global Fund for Children also supported us very fantastically. We supported a lot of children, like 2-3 years, providing milk and educations and the nutritional foods to the Musa children, and also the in Sakla village we created pumping set and gave to the community. And another support is the Helmaricha and Indo-German Society of Femicide and the Invent. This fantastic recent project what the Shruti is doing as she learned from the collaboration with the CRY. She established the Bhagwanala Health Centers, and which is the cute by ECG and everything. They are working fantastic for the children and adults and girls and all. And here it is also important to note Hilmarisha also created the exchange program with the kindergartens, and she supported to create Sultapati Memorial Center in the Rock at the Robertsgan. Also supports kindergarten, means Anganwadi Center at Iyer Village, and one room's big room in primary school of Sivrampur. Also supported 2 centers at Belwa, and GFC also created 1 center of the kindergarten and Anganwadi in Manmusar village near to in the Baragaon, and Bhagwanala schools, and our Helmaricha Human Dignity Center, Savitriba Phule Women Center, and also the women centers at community center at Temple, also supported by the Helmaricha. So it is important. We have a lot of donors, a lot of supports, and also we received the Quality Human Rights Awards in 2007 and 2000 Acha Peace Awards, 2010 Karambir Award, and 2010 also Pioneer Human Rights Award, and then we received special mentions of the French Republic Awards. Also, our managing trustee mentioned as one of the 100 women by the Ministry of the Women and the Children, with collaborations with Facebook. which is also endorsed by the President of India. And also we received recently Manavta Vikas Puruskar and M.A. Thomas Awards and Boca Foods Awards, many. And this is the recognition of the hard work of our all staff, volunteers, colleagues, founders, because they have the one important thing, they have the dream for themselves to act as a catalyst to change the society for the better world, and for this dream, they have the passions, they have the commitments, they have the values of the non-violence, sacrifice, courage, and diversity, pluralism, respect to human dignity. So that is the fantastic combination. So in this 25 years, we achieved a lot of milestones, but we receive a lot of support. But it is going to give a lot of accountability to continue that. And nowadays, a COVID time, and in the COVID time, our few people, especially animal industries and others, worked very well and intensively that time. They coordinated many things, and also our teams worked very fantastically, and they faced cases and everything. So, on one hand, just like as a manthan, like a samudra manthan in 25 years, we have also the one hand the poisons, the attacks, intimidations, and other things, and we have the amrit, like many successes. But this COVID-19 also exposed this the corporate fascism, which we described in 2011. Corporate fascism are coming. When we gave this, I gave my acceptance speech in 2007, Guangzhou Human Rights Award, about the threats of the fascism in this country and RSS and things with the patriarchy and caste system. People laughed on us, and now they're serious. Same way when we told that 2011 corporate fascist forces are coming and going to capture, and they are going to change the whole dynamics in India and different part of the world, then people laughed on us. They told us exaggerated, but now in 2014 they did that. Also, the PVCHR is one of the pioneer organizations when the Anna Hazare organized a program. That time, after we analyze, we attacks, it is the conspiracy. You eliminate the corruption. Corruption is the agenda, is like I was practice for you. Only you want to use the whole debate of corruption to capture the power, to create the fascist state, and which happened. And also, people also, we face a very very dangerous conspiracies and false implication in Delhi. But we fought very well, and still we are fighting very strategically and openly. But the most important thing, it is very important to inform you after the communal rights in Delhi and the elections and this COVID time, now people started things to decide and to understand everyone. So that is our contributions. We are grassroots level people, but what we understand and what we smell, what we analyze, we always inform towards. We are one of the few people to start the blogging in 2005. We used this YouTube in 2008, and not promoting the YouTubes like 1,000 subscribers to earn the money, but we are always using. We don't want to earn the money from social media, and we don't want to pay also to social media. So in this way, it is our way of the one Samyak Ajivika, means right livelihood, is one concept of the Ashtangik Marg of Buddha, means the eighth path of enlightenment given by the Buddha. And this is the most important thing, and there is a message. Please come together, support, share and cares, and shape the humanity. And the most important thing, it is very, very important, I will tell you, please, there is no peace without justice. So always, if you want to achieve sustainable peace, this is the 25 years of the work of the PVCHR gave, provides and provided, gives us the knowledge that without justice, without justice, the peace is the culture of silence and impunity. And there is no sustainable development, there is no sustainable peace process, and there is no sustainable peace, and there is no sustainable democracy without the elimination of culture of silence and the impunity, and without giving the process of justice, without the giving the importance, the justice based on the rule of law. And it is very, very important. And this is our message on today. And also the appeals to all: please write to Prime Minister of this country, please write to the President of this country, please write to the opposition leader of this country for the ratification of the United Convention Against Torture. This is very, very important, and which is very, very important. And because if you are going to eliminate torture, then you are going to eliminate organized violence. On the other hand, when you are going to tackle organized violence to cut down, you need to be human police system, human policing, scientific investigation, fair investigation, free and fair trial, speedy trial. It is very, very important. So, and in this way, we need to eliminate the caste-based patriarchal feudal system. Otherwise, it is impossible to create the real democracy. And for that reason, we have also this cognitive problem, but we have the cognitive fights by the shaman culture of the inclusiveness and the diversity, to fight back the fascist understanding, sectarian understanding, and understanding of its justice on the basis of caste and patriarchy by the Purohitvad and by the Manubad, by the people who believe in the hierarchical system. So it is very, very important, friends. We need to understand this this process, and for that, it is important. You will write for the UN Convention Against Torture. Please write on your Facebook. Please write on your Twitters. Please write on your social media. Please email to the Prime Minister of this country, Chief Minister. Please emails to Chief Justice of Honorable Justice of India, Honorable President of India, and also please push your member of Parliament. Please push to the political parties. Please push the opposition leaders. They will bring these issues before the government of India and the Parliament, which is going to happen after September. So it is very important, friend. Another thing, this Neo-Dalit thing is very clear. We need to bring everybody. Diversity is universal law. It is natural. It is universal. But diversity is not going to promote injustice. We need to stop. We need to stop the torture of the Kashmiri people, including the Kashmiri Pandit. We need to create the process. I asked to the government of India and different players of the friends of India and people of India. They need to organize. They need to organize a platform to talk with the Kashmiri people to understand, need to listen them actively, give the empathy to them, and also inside Kashmir, it is important they will listen different opinion of the Ladakhi people, Kashmiri Pandit, others, and all. Don't impose the thought process on each other, and then they will decide, and they will manage. They will manage this and to decide their futures and the process for the real sustainable peace with justice. So we need a lot of truth and reconciliations in the true sense in this for the Kashmiri Pandit also and the Kashmiri Muslims, Ladakhi people, Buddhist people, atheist people also there. And this is very, very important. We need to give the space to everybody to learn from each other's, and otherwise this problem is not going to solve. And on another hand, it is also to give the respect to the migrant people of this country, and also they give the respect to the those area who created a lot of migrants. So it is important to implement the thought process of the social justice thought process of the Dr. Ambedkar and the Village Republic thought process of the Mahatma Gandhi, and mix both of them. That is going to create real charisma for the sustainable livelihoods and the sustainable peaceful community at the village level and also the urban area level very differently and very positively. So which is very important. So government need to give space to the marginalized people to learn from their problems. They listen to them and start the dialogues with them. They need to bring their voice in the policy making process, which is very, very important. Also on 25th Anniversary Foundation Day of the PVCHR, we appeals to all our associates, friends, our sympathizers all over the world. Please create a dynamics in the world for the more compassions, more human sensibility, for the more dynamics for the better worlds based on the justice and the concept of pluralism, diversity, and democracy. Because otherwise, also we need to give the importance and respect to the environments. Mahatma Buddha already provided the concept of the Ashtamic Marg, a path of enlightenment, which is very, very important. We need to learn, especially the right perspective and the right livelihood concept in Samyak Ajivka, which is very, very important. Otherwise, if we are going to exploit and not do this environment, then it is going to create and nature going to become angry, and we are going to face a lot of problem in the future. So also I appeal to the corporate and the capitalists, please to be little work for the compassion, human sensibility, and you collect a lot of shares, need to please share your shares to the people to take care. And if you are going to do that, you are going to create already in CRI organize a webinar where the also Swaminath P. Sainath talk about the how the owner of the phone supported to the workers and increase his wealth. So it is important. I'm not talking again capitalism because it is the human rights organizations. Maybe personal perspective is entirely different for many reasons, but I'm not supporter of the neoliberals because which is against the human right. We are not supporting the feudal structure, which is the human right, against the human right. We need to support the welfare structures, and for that reason, we need to fix the accountability of the corporates. They need to be responsible for the environment and the sustainable development and the implementation of the SDG up to 2030. So, friends, it is my appeal on the 25th Foundation Day of PVCHR. So it is not like I am going to give any prepared speech. It is like very natural, and we want to communicate you. We want your support. Please support our partners, our thought process, and our vision and mission. You also create different way, and a lot of thanks to those who supported us in our fight.